What's up, guys? It's Brandon here, and it's 2 weeks past my last competition, so I wanted to do a postseason wrap-up. Now, for those of you who have been following along the entire way, you know that I had a big goal, in mind this year, trying to win potentially a lightweight world championship. Well, we all know that, there was no weight classes in the shows that I did this year. I ended up being height at the Yorton and just one class at IPE Worlds. And some people may think that, because I didn't accomplish that world championship status, that I didn't accomplish my goals this year. Well, in the grand scheme of things, this is how I foresaw my year coming out. This year was, coming off of a 3.5-year hiatus from turning pro. I only did 2 pro shows in 2015, so this was my full first pro season, if I could say that correctly. And what I wanted to do was just get my name out there more, show that I belonged in the pro ranks, and that I was actually could be competitive. But the way that I have to approach things, and the way that I would encourage you guys to approach things too, is to set your goals extremely high. So I knew that if I had my eye on world champion status, that it would help me push. It would help push myself to my ultimate potential this year, which I'm pretty sure I got to, and it helps me chase a very, very lofty goal, which gives me drive to do so. So just because I didn't achieve a world championship status doesn't mean that I didn't do what I wanted to do this year. So at any show that I went to, people, they knew my name, they knew what package I was bringing to the stage, and some people were, I would say, slightly intimidated by me. Even the world champion himself, Mishak O'Shea, his wife told me that he was the most concerned about me going into this year, because he thought out of anyone, and I thought that was a great compliment to me, he thought out of anyone competing this year that I would have the potential to beat him. And obviously, I didn't. He won every single show, and you guys know how I placed this year. But that was a great compliment to me, and I'll take that going into the next time that I do compete. Just because I placed, essentially 3rd, 4th, and 5th this year. That's the placings that I got. I got, 3rd at KC at the Pro International. I got 4th at the Yorton, and I got 5th at IPE Worlds. So yeah, it's not world championship status, but I beat quite a few good bodybuilders this year. I knew I was capable of doing that, but some other people may have questioned it. And this year was about me proving what I can do, and kind of setting myself up for next time around, whenever that is, 3, 4, 5 years from now. Hopefully then I'll be definitely a force to be reckoned with. Pull a Mishak and win every single show that I do. But I set my sights very high this year, and although I didn't achieve world championship status, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. If I did win a world championship this year, which I knew was a very, very lofty goal, I would have been the youngest to do so. And that would put me, ahead of guys like Brian Whitaker and Doug Miller, because I believe that they've won their world championships when they were 30. So those 2 guys, obviously, if you're a fan of national bodybuilding, you know that they're 2 of the best that's ever been. And if I were to do it 3 years before them, that would just put my name right up there with them. So what did I learn this year? Well, I learned that it takes a lot of time to build a solid frame. Now, although I have a great foundation, when I'm competing against these older guys that are in their mid to upper 30s, it definitely shows on stage. And that's one thing that you can't train for. It has to be time on stage. And I've had a lot of other people reach out to me this year, and that was one of the major things that I really enjoyed about this year. The things that I'm going to take to heart was that I had well-established pros privately message me and saying they're really impressed with the work that I've been doing, that I just need to keep it up, and that I'm going to be a force to be reckoned with in the future. And that really meant a lot to me, just because as a young guy who's prepping himself, you kind of question yourself from time to time. And then eventually, when somebody else who's well established gives these compliments to you, it really means a lot. So those are the takeaways from my season. I'm pretty sure that I'm just going to keep doing the things that I've been doing throughout the course of the year, and over the course of my career, I should say. And to keep working on my weak points, just building mass everywhere, continue to build my intake, and then next time around, hopefully will place a little bit higher than 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But the chips will fall where they may. I know I'll bring a better physique to the stage next time. So guys, that is my postseason wrap up. Until next time, keep dominating every aspect.